If an egg is set to spin rapidly on a tabletop, will it behave the same if it is cooked versus uncooked? You could try this at home if you want, but I would say be careful, especially with the uncooked egg, because if it spins off the table, messes have been known to result from that. But what will happen is the cooked egg actually tends to kind of turn up like a top. And the reason has to do, there's actually some really cool physics that's definitely beyond the scope of this course and maybe even beyond my scope at this point in my life. It's pretty advanced, actually. But it's something you can actually look up online, maybe. It has to do with, for rigid objects, that there are some ideas out there about the stability of different rotation axes. And it kind of has to do with how the values of the moments of inertia would compare around the different possible rotation axes for a system. But long story short, for an egg, it tends to be more stable when it's spinning kind of around the axis that I guess goes through the longer way through the egg. That's the best way I'm describing it. But that is a property that only works if the rotating object is rigid. And so one of the things that I definitely want to emphasize is for the physics we're kind of learning right now, we're kind of have to restrict our attention to rigid objects. In other words, we can't allow for relative motion of any components of them. Then things are different, and some of these more novel results wind up not happening. So anyway, let's check that with the answer. It says, no, the cooked egg is a rigid body, but the uncooked egg is not. The cooked egg will tend to turn up as it rotates as a result.